Mason, I'm here. Can I come in?
What?
I'd like to join you in the shower.
Too late. Clean. Crazy idea anyway, Gina.
Oh, what's so crazy about it? Oh, come on, just for old time's sake.
Gina, people who have progressed from committing adultery together to being old friends don't take showers together for old time's sake. Sort of defeats the purpose.
All right, just come out here and give me one last kiss. That's not too indiscreet, is it?
What about your Frenchman?
Oh, well, Mason, he's French. He wouldn't mind if I kissed you. And anyway, they're very liberal.
I think Mary would mind if I kissed you. At least I hope she would. Let's just settle for a friendly hug.
All right, but hurry up. I can't wait all day.
Gina? Will you put some clothes on?
No. First, kiss me, and then we'll burn the will.
Why don't we have the ceremonial burning first?
Mason, I'd be very hurt if I thought you cared more about Cece's will and bylaws than you care about my last kiss with you.
Well, of course I don't.
Then kiss me. It won't be so bad. I promise.
Okay, your 5 minutes are up. What is it that you... Shirts, I have that. And radio optional.
Right here.
Right, I can hear it. Could you turn it off for a minute? Oh, thank you. It's just so I can finish this list.
You've got a lot more stuff than I do.
I sure do. And I think I'm gonna be gone a little longer than you are.
How long?
I don't know, but I'm sure gonna miss you. Now, I have a question for you. Where are your galoshes?
Cub Scouts don't wear galoshes.
Oh. All right, and where's your toothbrush and your toothpaste?
It's only a weekend. The Cub Scouts have to brush their teeth on weekends.
Let me get your toothbrush and I'll be right back, okay?
Now a report just in from the California Highway Patrol. Emergency firefighting teams report that a mountain brush fire has spread into the forested area north of Lake Casitas.
Do you know what time Sophia's plane leaves for Rome?
I'm not her travel agent, but I think she said that she was taking Brandon up to Lake Casitas and then going to L.A. Airport. What?
I just wanted to know when to set off the fireworks, that's all.
Fireworks?
Oh, darling, this is Independence Day.
Augusta, what are you doing in there?
Would you turn on the tape, please?
Authorities say the cause of the blaze is still undetermined. Since noon today,
I think I got everything in the car.
the spread of the flames.
You should have seen how far it went last time.
Good, you better hang on to it. We don't want to lose it. I got apple juice to go with us.
Thanks, Sophia. You're welcome.
What were they saying on the radio?
News.
Go.
Everybody else is right and we're wrong.
No podemos permitir que esto nos ocurra. Eden, escúchame. Es el destino que tú y yo estemos juntos. Eso es lo único que importa. Lo demás... Cariño. Cásate conmigo. Dime que lo harás. Esto debería estar en tu dedo.
¿No te das cuenta de lo que me pides?
Claro que sí.
Cruz, yo no soy buena para ti. No puedo negar que hay algo especial entre nosotros, pero no podemos construir nuestra vida sobre eso.
¿Por qué tienes tan poca fe?
Quiero que seas feliz. Quiero que seas orgulloso. No busques excusas para algo o alguien en quien no confías. Espera a encontrar lo que mereces.
Ya lo he encontrado. Te merezco a ti. Te quiero y me quieres. Esa es la respuesta a todas las preguntas.
Lo siento.
Eden. Ahora escúchame, no hay nada que hagas o que hayas hecho para hacerme cambiar de idea. Sé lo que estoy haciendo. Mientras estemos juntos, no habrá nada que no podamos conquistar.
God, your own stepmother?
No, Mary, I came up here to change so I could spend the day with you. Why would I want to jeopardize that?
Well, then why would you send me this? Unless you wanted to rub my nose in it.
Mason, we may as well admit it. We've been caught. Yes, Mary, this is what you think.
Shut up, Gina. Mary, she's jealous. She's the one who wrote this.
You've just feasted your eyes on something that's been going on for months. I'm surprised you didn't know
Nothing's been
about it.
going on. She's lying.
Oh, why do you think everybody in the house is so furious with me and Mason? Everybody in town knows about our affair.
Mary, wait. You're just
This
lying.
is nothing compared to what I'll do if you lay a hand on me. You can burn your precious piece of paper now.
She'll listen to me. She'll realize what you did.
I still have the real ones.
You can't hurt me anymore, Gina.
Oh, Mason, you and I were going to make everybody in this town stand up and take notice. I had such plans for you and me.
Then you were a fool.
Don't you call me a fool. You were the fool. You and your entire family were fools to treat me like dirt and think you can get away with it. You used me and you played with my feelings. And all the time you knew I was in love with you. Like father, like son. Well, no one's going to treat me like that ever again. Not you and not Cece.
You just made the biggest mistake of your worthless, misbegotten life.
What are you wearing? It's driving me crazy.
Just my natural smell. Bear.
Let's take all our clothes off. Come on, take your clothes off.
Bears don't wear any
Oh,
clothes.
stop it. I think I'm getting back to my real self, don't you?
Yeah.
Dad, are you guys watching this, obviously you're not.
Watching what, Mark?
This newscast about this fire.
Evacuation efforts
here around Lake Casino are proceeding smoothly with the addition of
The
volunteers.
casinos.
Isn't that where Brandon was going to camp?
Who know these woods better
Brandon
than anyone.
and Sophia.
As you're seeing
Sophia.
now, the loss of
Yeah, she just left. She was driving him up
not
there.
to mention the scenic beauty of these woods may well be incalculable. But with luck and planning, officials are hoping to prevent any loss of human life.
B-I-N-G-O, bingo was his name. Ho!
It's great you know all those words. How'd you ever learn all those words?
Oh, that's nothing. Want to hear the one Mason taught me?
Mason? Yeah, well, all right, go ahead. What is it?
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass
Mason
it
should
around,
not be
88
teaching you
bottles of beer on
songs
the wall.
like that.
Wait!
Get away from me.
I can explain it all, Mary. Gina's been jealous of us all along.
Oh, I realize that. A lot of things make sense to me now.
Don't you see, she's the one that sent you the flowers with the card telling you to come to my room. Then she undressed, she let herself in while I was in the shower.
Oh, what does it matter,
Mary,
Mason?
she set it all up.
Is it true?
You're reacting just the way she wanted
But
you
is
to.
what she said true?
No. We haven't been having an affair. You're the only woman I've been seeing. You're the only woman I want to see.
Before me? Look, tell me the truth, Mason. I can ask Kelly or Ted or Eden.
Do we all have to be virgins?
Mason, she's your father's wife.
However, the pillar of righteousness.
Don't you dare turn this on me.
I should have told you. I wanted to tell you.
How could I be so arrogant as to think a man like you could change for me?
Mary, I have. I'm not like you, and I never will be, but I'm much different than what I was. Don't let that count for nothing. What happened between Gina and me was months ago. It's not important.
Oh, please. It makes my skin crawl to think about it.
Don't do that. I love you. I told you that. Don't let her destroy what we have between us.
I'd be a fool to believe anything you said now. You just stay away from me, Mason.
Come back with me right now.
Estás engañando si crees que tú y yo podemos llevar una vida en común.
No, te estás engañando si crees que hay cosas que no sé acerca de ti. Es sencillo. Solo tienes que decir sí.
Tengo que irme.
¿Por qué?
Necesito tiempo para pensar.
Muy bien. Llévate esto, te pertenece. Cógelo. ¿Volverás? Te esperaré aquí.
For a while.
Hi.
Hi, can I come in?
Of course. What's wrong?
What did Mary say? Come on, Mason. Mason, don't! Let go of me! Help!
Do you think anybody in this house gives a damn what happened to you?
What are you gonna do? Beat me up?
I was
Kill
the
me?
only friend you had here. Now you've made a very dangerous enemy.
You asked for it, and you deserve it.
Do you think by driving Mary away that I'd fall into your waiting arms?
Just thought it was time she got to know the real you.
She was my one chance. All my years growing up in this stucco prison, she's the best thing, maybe the only good thing that ever happened to me.
Why? Because she's so sweet and so innocent? That's exactly what disqualified you, Mason. What can she ever see in a man like you?
What did I ever see in you? Even for those few hours we spent together. At least it was dark and my eyes were closed.
I'm glad I did it now. I'm glad I saved another victim from you.
What it means is that from now on, you better start looking over your shoulder, because I'll be there.
I'm not afraid of you.
You better be. Let your mind run wild, Gina. Think of people waiting in dark corners. Think of whatever scares you most, because I'm gonna make it happen.
I believed him.
Well, are you going to tell me what happened?
Kirk, I hate not knowing what I feel, what I want.
Does this have to do with Cruz, Eden?
I shouldn't have come here.
Well, look, you don't need a reason.
It's just that I want to feel like I'm on some kind of a course. Like I'm moving towards something, do you know?
Did you see Cruz? Is that...
I don't want to talk about Cruz, okay?
Well, I don't want to talk about Cruz either, Eden. It's just that, I mean, I know what it feels like to have someone almost ordering you to feel things that you can't feel anymore, that you're not able to feel. You see, there were women before in my life who wanted me to feel things, ordered me to feel, and I just wasn't able to. I figured I didn't have the capacity for it. Then when I found out I was capable of it, there you were telling me not to. Wow, I'm really running off at the mouth, aren't I? I don't know why. Maybe I'm just pleased that you came here when you didn't know where else to go.
Thank you.
Well, I was just on my way over to the division heads meeting at your office. I thought maybe, I don't know.
Thank you. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I still keep doing all the little things that I know are permitted. You know, flowers, candy, etc. I just wish I really had a chance to, like... I just wish I was able to let you know how I really feel. Eden, I know you're avoiding the division heads after trimming their budgets, but I thought maybe you'd like to join me anyway. Come along. Or if you wanted, you could stay here.
Would you mind if I stayed?
No, really, I like that, actually. Be a new experience for me. Having a reason to come back here. Look, the meeting should only take an hour at the most. Will you wait? Okay, good. Put those in some water, all right?
I tried to imagine doing it. I tried to imagine myself coming in here, seeing him lying in the bed like that, alone, vulnerable the way he is now, walking around through the quiet, putting my hand on the plug and simply pulling it out of the wall. I don't think I'd have been able to look at it. And simply walking across the room, or maybe running across the room to the window and out of the window. Is that how it happened, Eden?
I don't need to take this from you. I don't need to take this from you or anyone. Cruz pretends it doesn't matter to him, but it does. I'm sorry, Cruz. It's impossible.
Well, I do have a job to get back to, you know.
You're sure you won't stay? Let me fix lunch for you.
Girls, if she were gonna come back, she'd be back by now.
Espera. Santana!
Mama.
Hey, Cruz.
Santana, how are you?
Santana, if you're here to make your usual fuss over Brandon, forget it. He's at camp. And I wouldn't let you see him anyway.
I know where he is. I do keep track of my son.
Oh. Has someone been telling tales out of the kitchen?
A letter for you from Mexico, from Tia Teresa. I thought you'd want it.
Well, I hope your mother's all right, Rosa.
And I hope your relative's mail isn't going to hold up dinner.
Everyone's fine. Come read it with me in the kitchen?
In a minute, Mama.
So, how are things going with you, Santana?
How dare you speak to my mother that way?
If she wasn't your mother, maybe I wouldn't.
So, Cruz, how's the investigation coming along? I hate to think that the person who tried to kill Cece is still around to try it again.
All I can tell you is these things take time.
What about Brandon? He's still Cece's heir. Do you think anyone might try to hurt him?
But once we agree on something, the police have been dragging their feet on this thing and endangering my little boy.
I hope you are watching him.
Well, of course I am. But Mason is a suspect now, and he's in this house and around Brandon all the time. What are you doing about that, huh?
Mason?
We're looking into several possibilities.
What about Eden?
What about Eden, Gina?
Oh, I just meant... Have you two set a wedding date yet?
No, we haven't. And when we do, you'll be the last to know, believe me. I'll see you later.
Okay. Would you have Rosa make some iced tea and send it to me upstairs, please?
Santana!
Mama, what is it?
I just turned on the radio in the kitchen and heard there's a forest fire heading for Lake Casitas. That's where Brandon's camp is, sweetheart.
Oh.
I know they'll be all right. They'll hear the radio news, or the state patrol will stop them.
It's ringing.
Yeah.
Hello, is this Camp Pioneer?
Yes, it is. But listen, we're having a major emergency here, and I've got to keep this line clear.
No, I know that. But can you tell me if a Brandon Capwell has arrived? He was being driven up there by Mrs. Ormonti.
No, not yet. When was he supposed to get here?
I don't know. Within the hour?
Well, look, we're getting a lot of phone calls like this. Now, I'm going to stay here till all the boys are out. And if for some reason Brandon does show up, you can be sure I'll turn him around and send him back.
Thank you. You're still evacuating the camp.
Well, look, I'm gonna go to the office and make sure the story's getting out over the wires. You guys keep me posted, okay?
Well, they've probably turned back already.
I'm afraid you broke your arm. Excuse me.
Where's Mary?
What's the matter with you? You don't barge into the examination room without knocking.
Where is she?
Why, Mason? What do you want from her?
I don't have to state my business to you.
Fine. I haven't seen her. I don't know where she is.
If you're lying for her.
If she doesn't want to see you, Mason, I'm sure she'll just say so.
Eden, it's Mary Duval.
Mary? I didn't know whether to answer the door or not, or I didn't know who it was.
I went to your office and Kirk said you were here. I just got a ticket for failure to keep right. I have never gotten a ticket before in my life.
Mary, what's wrong?
Eden, I just needed to talk to you.
What's wrong? Is there something wrong with my father?
No. It's about Mason.
What about Mason?
And your, stepmother.
You know? Mary, I'm sorry. You know, Kelly and Ted and I, we debated whether to tell you or not, and none of us really wanted to be the one. How'd you find out?
Gina arranged for me to find them together.
That's how Daddy found out, too.
Oh, how awful. Eden, Mason told me that, not that I'll ever believe him again, but he told me that their affair was over months ago. Is that true?
I don't know. He told me that, too.
Well, thank you.
Mary, I'm real sorry. Mason, he can be a very sweet, considerate man, and I know he cared about you a lot. Did you love him?
Oh, loving someone is easy. I think that the hard part, the thing that it's no good without, is trust.
Yeah, so do I.
Come back and see me about the 12th or the 13th. Anytime's fine.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sure. Well, I thought you took the day off.
Changed my mind.
Deje los gotas por unos minutos más. Enseguida vuelvo.
Sí, muy bien.
Mary, you know, Mason Capwell was here looking for you about 45 minutes ago.
What did he want?
I don't know. I told him you weren't here. He was very upset, though. He was very rude, too. What's going on?
Nothing.
Mary, I thought you took the day off to spend it with him. I mean, that was my impression. Mary, where were you? If you don't mind my asking.
Just, driving.
Mary, after all the years we've known each other, I feel like I could tell you just about anything, especially after a certain recent afternoon. Oh, why don't you return the compliment?
I just feel so stupid.
Mary, you're not stupid.
I tried to do everything right. I tried to be cautious and take it slow and not let myself get carried away no matter how much I wanted to. But I guess I did, because now I just feel...
Mary, what happened?
Oh, Marky lied to me. He didn't lie. He just said nothing so that I would believe what he wanted me to believe and wouldn't know about the rest of it.
Sounds familiar.
Well, it doesn't matter, because it's over now.
Mary, sometimes it doesn't matter if you're cautious or you're not. Sometimes you just hit a point and before you pass it, being alone again is the hardest thing in the world.
Southeast toward you.
Look, I still may have a few minutes yet. I still can't see smoke.
You won't till it's too late. The wind's bearing it east. Now stop stalling and leave while you can. Take the back road. It's the only safe route.
Okay, I'm coming. Just hope whoever's driving the Capwell kid turned around and got the hell out.
I don't see the car. If they turned back, they'd be home by now.
Oh, for heaven's sake, stop peeking through windows. Just call someone and ask.
Capwell residence.
Rosa, just a moment, please.
Rosa, it's Lionel Lockridge. I suppose you've heard about the fire at Lake Casitas?
Yes, and we're terribly worried. Sophia left over an hour ago to take Brandon up to his camp right on the lake.
Then they haven't come back?
No, and haven't called. We called the highway patrol, and they said they're closing the highways. But if Sophia took a back road or got lost or...
Does Santana know?
She's half out of her mind. She just went to the motor vehicle office to find out Sophia's license plate number and take it to the state police.
All right, Rosa, let me know if you hear anything. Thank you.
Who are you calling now?
Camp office. Doesn't seem to be any answer.
They've probably evacuated.
I'm gonna go after him.
Oh, darling, that would be very heroic if it weren't silly. Look, they can't even get past the fire. I'm sure the highway patrol stopped them.
Augusta, the fire stretches for miles and miles.
Sophia has always excelled in taking care of herself. She certainly doesn't need rescuing, and certainly not by you.
There is also a 7-year-old boy up there who happens to be my grandson.
She can't even leave the country without causing a national disaster.
Mom? Dad?
Warren, I thought it was your father coming back.
I just thought I'd let you know I'm going to go up and cover the fire first.
No, Warren, please send someone else. Your father just left here 10 minutes ago to look for Sophia and Brandon.
What?
Yes, and knowing your father, he'll plunge right into the thick of things. Please, if you're going to send someone, just forget the story and bring him back.
Mom, I'll do my best, okay?
Would you please be careful?
Yeah. Santana.
I'm sorry for barging in this way, but Mama said that Lionel called. What has he found out?
Nothing, except that Brandon didn't get to the camp, and as if that isn't enough, my husband's gone looking for them.
That's exactly where I'm going to.
No, Santana, don't. Look, I'm going up to cover this for the paper. I'll let you know if I find out anything about Sophia and Brandon, okay?
What am I going to do in the meantime? Please, Warren, let me go with you.
No, Santana, look, I'll handle it, okay?
I'd give anything if that towel were yours right now.
I'll go on my own.
Santana!
There you are, Bonita. Now, I'm sure by tomorrow most of the swelling will have gone down.
Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego.
Adios. Adios.
Mary, I just stopped by Eden's office. She wasn't there, but her secretary said that you'd been looking for her earlier. Did you find her?
Yeah, I did.
Where?
Wasn't Kirk in the office?
Yeah, he was. Why?
Oh, I guess he didn't mention it. She's at his apartment.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Mason. 5 minutes. Can you give me that much?
I'm busy.
I knew I'd have to tell you about Gina and me sooner or later.
Well, then why didn't you?
I was afraid I'd lose you. Afraid you despise me. Do you?
I don't understand it, Mason. I don't understand it at all.
You weren't there.
Look, what we're talking about here is morally, if not legally, incest.
But what you may not realize is that when Gina and I began our intimacy, we were both outcasts from the family. My father had had disinherited me, thrown me out of the house, and Gina he had married just to keep Brandon in the family, for reasons you don't understand yet and that probably aren't relevant. But after the wedding, he hardly went near her because he was still in love with Sophia. He barely made a secret of that. So granted, we didn't come together out of anything pure. It was a kind of a need, maybe a kind of revenge, but it was very brief. We had a friendship that outlasted the physical part, but that's over now too. Now, I do regret it, but not strictly for moral reasons. Mary, Gina was just never very good for me, and it hurt the family. Dad found out about it, and even though it'd been over for quite some time, I don't think anybody believed it. I didn't know at that time that you would come into my life and that it would hurt you too. You remember I said that there was someone who had to be told about you and me? Well, I told Gina yesterday that I was in love with you and that she'd have to give up any idea she still had about the two of us. That's why what happened today happened. There's probably more I could say, but that's as honest as I can be. I'm a very different man from the one who went to her for solace. I do love you. And if you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I promise you I will never give you reason to doubt me again.
It's leave immediately.
Oh, I know what that word is. Fire.
Brandon, get your bag. I'm going to go out to the car right away.
Eden?
I was just in the shower. I'll be right out.
All right. I left something on the bed for you.
How'd the meeting go?
Fine.
Kirk. It's beautiful. But you've really got to stop this. You can't keep buying me things.
Well, I just wanted you to have something to relax in as long as you're going to be here. I hope that'll be often. Truth is, I'd like it to be always. Looks nice.
Thank you.
So, are you ready to tell me now what happened to you before you got here? You saw Cruz?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, after everything that's happened, he thinks that he still loves
Still loves you. What about you?
I think he knows what I did to Daddy.
Well, you know, you're probably right. Which would also mean that he's been covering for you. Do you think he knows why you did it?
It doesn't matter. No reason is going to be good enough.
And you think he may still be in love with you, but he disapproves of you? Which, of course, he can't say that, because by saying that, he'd be acknowledging that he knows, and then his investigation would be a fake, right? I am sorry to put it so baldly. I mean, I'm trying to be an objective observer, but it's kind of tough.
I know. It's all right. Cruz couldn't live with it without hating me or hating himself, and I know that. He wouldn't be the man I loved.
And still love? You know, Eden, I have a theory about love, and it's not based on all my experiences, you know, nothing like that, just what I've seen. Fact is, I think there's a certain kind of love out there that corrodes. It may be what they write the songs about, maybe this wonderful thing to have felt and remembered, but while it lasts, what it mostly does is damage. And then after a couple of years, it just completely wears a couple of people out. Prime example, Jack and my mother, or even your parents. And it doesn't seem compatible with marriage at all. I even don't think that I'm saying these things for the wrong reasons. I would never ask you to feel or not feel something for Cruz that you already feel. I mean, I can't offer that to you. What I feel for you is differently, though, Eden. It's different. It's steadier. And it's not really going to change based on whether I think you should be doing something or not. That's alien to me. It's just not about that. It concerns itself with ordinary life and commitment. You know, not whether you're exciting or perfect or anything like that, just being next to you, taking care of you. It has to do with the rest of our lives.
Residents of Junipero without
Why are we stopping?
should report to St. Martin's School or Washington High School Gymnasium. Buses have
Sophia, look! Way up there!
approximately
I know, sweetheart. I know. We're just gonna have to find another road, okay?
There's trees across the road and everything's on fire.
I know, baby, but I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are gonna find another road, a different one from the one we came. And so we're not gonna be afraid. See, I've said right here on the map. You can't be afraid. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna go home.
for shelter and request assistance. Southbound and eastbound routes are open to evacuating traffic only with these exceptions. Lake Highway, Casitas Trail South, and the Ridge Road East are closed or impassable. Under no circumstances will any vehicle be allowed on routes north or west, where the fire has already cut off all access. I repeat, under no circumstances will motorists be allowed into the Lake Casitas or Juniper Ridge areas. Medical assistance is available at all emergency shelters.
Are all the roads barricaded?
Santana, why did you follow me?
Why did I follow you? You'd do the same thing if it was your son. Look, Warren, why don't you leave your car here and come with me? Maybe we could find a back that hasn't been barricaded.
Look, Santana, look, just hang on just a minute, would you?
What are you looking for?
Let me see here. The hospital's helicopter charters right there. Would you give me that number, please?
Yes. 555-5309.
I know you're busy, but I need an answer.
Mason, there's so many things I love about you.
I never thought I'd hear you use that word.
The point is what I felt.
Is it strong enough for you to say you forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you. In an impersonal sort of way. No one has the right to withhold forgiveness. You taught me that. But it doesn't erase what you did. I mean, the fact of what you did still remains, Mason, and you handled it all wrong.
I've admitted that.
Mason, you're asking me to believe that you'd be different in the future, and I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
What will it take?
Nothing. It's done.
That can't be.
Mason, look, I understand everything you said, and I'm really glad that you explained it.
I can't lose you,
Look,
Mary.
I think this is easy for me. Please leave now.
Eden, you say you need to get yourself on some kind of course or track. Well, I need that too.
It's too soon, Kirk.
What do you mean? Because of Cruz? You yourself say that's impossible now.
I think it is, yes.
Well, I know that there are still some feelings that are lingering there, but you cannot linger off in this limbo and just wait for it to all fade away, Eden. Besides, I mean, if he thinks you can't make up your mind, what's he going to do? Well, I'm pressuring you. I'm sorry. I promised I wouldn't do that.
No, you're right. Look, I've thought all of these things before, Kirk.
Eden, I don't have a lot of illusions about marriage or things like that. I mean, the way that I grew up, I just know that I know enough of that. And what I'm saying, what I want to tell you is that you don't have to tell me that you're going to love me forever. I'm willing to gamble on that. In fact, I think there's just no way that you cannot love me. How's that for vanity?
Look, Kirk, I don't want to make any promises or take advantage of someone's feelings just because it's convenient to me.
Why not? Why
it's
not?
It's not right.
Well, forget right and wrong. This is not Cruz. Eden, I love you, and that's enough for me. And if this is going to help you, you know, to remove any of that hurt in your past and for you to start a new beginning, then why not? Eden? Eden? I think he's gone. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Look, Eden, I am not naive enough to think that a piece of paper will change everything. Okay? I mean, but having you there next to me, that is going to be enough for me. Eden, will you marry me?
Yes.
And you can see another episode of Santa Barbara at the same time on Friday. At 5 this afternoon on Sky One, it's time for Star Trek: The Next Generation, when the Enterprise discover a space shuttle.